On Wednesday, April 8, 2022, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at El Dorado High School, a teacher, only identified as Sadie, was in her classroom after school when 16-year-old Jonathan Eleuterio Martinez Garcia returned to the classroom to discuss his grades and missing work. When Sadie turned around to pull up his grades on the computer, Jonathan moved behind her to see them. When suddenly, he wrapped a computer charging cord around Sadie's neck and banged her head against the desk until she was unconscious. When she came to, she repeatedly asked him why was he doing this to her, and Jonathan told her he had something like multiple personalities and that although he really liked her, he, quote, didn't like teachers and was getting his revenge, end quote. He began punching her in the face before choking her until she was unconscious again. While Sadie was unconscious the second time, Jonathan had removed her pants and underwear and attempted to assault her. When Sadie came to, she saw her pants and underwear had been pulled down. Jonathan then began pouring a liquid over her and threatening to set her on fire. Another time she came to, Jonathan had pushed 2 filing cabinets on top of her, a 7-foot-tall filing cabinet and a 5-foot-long filing cabinet, and sat on top of them. Sometime after this, Jonathan attempted once more to take Sadie's life and cut her wrist with scissors. Hoping to get out of the harrowing situation, Sadie pretended several times to be dead in the hopes it would get Jonathan to leave. During this time, Sadie says that she heard Jonathan, after ending a call with his mother, say, quote, "Can't you just die already? Hurry up," end quote. At some point, Jonathan took Sadie's keys so he could lock her in the classroom, but when he went to lock the door, he saw someone in the hallway and changed his mind. Eventually, Jonathan left, and later another teacher would discover Sadie in her classroom and take her to the nearby University Center where police were dispatched. When detectives arrived to interview Sadie, she had dried blood on her face and her eyes were so bruised and swollen that she had to keep them closed during the interview. She gave them Jonathan's name and told them what happened, that she had been showing him his grades, then he used a rope or a string to choke her before slamming her head against the desk. She told them about her pants and underwear being pulled down, and also the shelves being pulled on top of her, and her fading in and out of consciousness. Hours after the incident, police arrested Jonathan at his home without incident. He was taken to the police station where he was also interviewed. He admitted to police that he started to sexually assault Sadie, and he remembered trying to strangle her. After this, he was booked into the Clark County Detention Center, and at 16, Jonathan was charged with 15 felonies as an adult. Investigators also spoke with Jonathan's mother, who said that he wouldn't talk about what was wrong, but had seemed, quote, depressed and disconnected lately. A school counselor told police that Jonathan was an average student who participated in ROTC. On April 12, 2022, Jonathan made his first court appearance, and he was given a bail set at $500,000 and set a competency hearing for May 6, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Although Jonathan was 16 at the time, because of the nature of the crimes, he was being charged as an adult. And on Friday, May 6, District Judge Christy Craig found Jonathan competent to stand trial. 1 year later, on Wednesday, June 28, 2023, at the Regional Justice Center in Las Vegas, standing alongside his attorney, Tyler Gaston, now 17, Jonathan appeared in court for sentencing after pleading guilty in April to attempted murder, attempted sexual assault, and battery with a deadly weapon. He addressed the court, saying, quote, "I'm sorry and I regret the things I have done. I will tell myself I have no one to blame but myself." Sadie and her family also addressed the courts, giving an impact statement before Jonathan's sentencing was handed down. Her family also spoke to the struggles she faces daily, the chronic pain she suffers, and the PTSD, and now her everyday use of a walker to move around. Prosecutors asked for Jonathan to be sentenced to 22 to 55 years in prison. However, due to the plea deal, Jonathan Eleuterio Martinez Garcia was sentenced to 16 to 40 years in prison with credit for time served. The attack on Sadie led to security changes in the Clark County School District, including panic buttons for teachers inside classrooms.